Welcome into Actual Play Entertainment Presents episode 23 of The Two-Headed Serpent, an epic action-packed globe-spanning campaign for Pulp Cthulhu published by Chaosium. My name is David. I am the keeper. The boys of summer rolling dice alongside me tonight are Kurt, Joe, and Mike.
Nice.
Man.
We're back.
It's
Was
sweaty.
the Boys of Summer a whole, was that an Eagles jam or was that, what's his name? Was that just Don Henley?
Idea.
I think it was just Don Henley, right?
Just Don Henley.
I just heard someone say it the other day, and I was like, oh, yeah, that's fun. Let's use that.
Boys of Summer.
I hope it's a good thing.
Yeah,
It's
we've been out for a month. We're back.
Yeah.
Almost August.
We've been enjoying our summer.
Has it
it's
been a
sweaty.
hot boy summer for you guys? It is so hot, isn't it? I'm so sweaty these days.
I listened to some sports guys based out of Arizona, and it's not good right there.
God.
One guy said his broom straight up melted. All the tines melted together just out on his patio.
Oh man!
I saw a
I
report
heard that people are falling down and
Yes.
burning themselves on the sidewalk. They're treating like second-degree burns
Yeah.
or something in the hospital.
there's like 45 people in the
110
burn ward from burns from falling down on the pavement. That's crazy.
That is crazy.
We've
So it's
gone
actually
from
kinda,
global warming to global boiling.
well,
It's all a hoax, though.
on that fun note,
Yeah, can we get back to the lighter topics like Caduceus-led genocide in third world countries and
And
Yes,
misappropriated
let's.
tyrannosauruses?
lizard snake person oppression?
well, I heard some bitterness in there that one of you's got a T-Rex and the other one doesn't.
I'll get over it.
Yes, one of us
I'll get
does
over
have a
it.
T-Rex.
You could see it in the air.
Yeah,
I-
you could.
Tried
You
so
could
many
smell
times
it coming off of
to
Mike.
make that roll. I used all my luck.
And then Kurt comes in and he just nails it
Hey, what's this?
It's like
instantly.
It's like Maynard is achieving all of his and Dr. Saunders' life goals at the same time. It's kind of ironic.
As long as we're getting checked off the list.
I don't even want the Tyrannosaurus. I just want to study it.
I mean, you should try riding it though. Like the feeling of having a T-Rex between your legs, man, it's unbelievable. You won't even fail.
Yeah.
You won't even.
All right, let me ride it next time.
I'm not quite yet. I'm not done.
Yeah, maybe later.
Fair.
Hey, watch this though. I'm gonna make him. I'm gonna make him pull that tree over.
Lucian
man.
just fuming. And almost passing out. Lucian with 2 hit points and 0 luck.
Nice. Let's do the
it's
luck. Let's
running
do
on
the
its
luck
unit,
recovery.
right?
Let's do the luck recovery right
yes. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah, we better. Lucian's on bingo fuel right now.
now. All right, Lucian, try not to roll under 0.
Okay, I'll give it a shot here. Hang on, let me see.
Okay, I always forget it's 2d10 plus 20.
You got to make your luck roll first. You got to fail it.
What if you roll a 0?
You can't roll.
Well, that's
a-
100.
That's 100.
Can't you?
No, you can only roll 1. That's the lowest.
Right. Okay.
So he's lucky.
82. Perfect.
I rolled an 82.
Hey,
Twinsies.
82 buddies.
Whoa, that's weird.
Probably the year you
Wouldn't
were
that be
born.
cool? It's not. It's 1 year off.
Kurt, I take it you failed your luck roll. You're good?
Yeah, I rolled a 23 over 6.
And Dave, if you could just tell us how we roll the dice after this roll once again, because I always forget.
2d10 plus 20.
Wow, that's
Thank
a lot.
heavens for that.
And then Maynard
not
gets an
that
extra
much.
d10. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Oh, Jesus.
What? What'd you roll?
A 1 and a 9.
Oh, barf.
So
That's
kind of
halfway.
averaged out, actually.
Cool.
You did better than me.
Well, I
I got
rolled
a
a-
2 and a 5.
I did do better than you. You're right.
Yeah.
Everyone can have 2 hit points as well from resting right now, as you guys are taking a small break.
You probably carried me back to the village, hey Maynard, on the back of the Tyrannosaurus.
There's not a lot of room up here. We're really having a good time.
Son of a bitch.
I'm sorry, you're going to have to walk.
I showed you how to use that thing. Damn it.
You just make
No,
sure
I would have given Saunders a ride for real so that he didn't get ambushed in the jungle.
a tail
Oh,
ride.
Thanks, buddy. Hey,
Yeah,
a
tail
back
ride.
ride. A back ride. Tail ride.
Hold on to the tail. You know, have the T-Rex cradle him in his arms, his little tiny T-Rex arms.
There
Just
you
hold it.
go. Yes.
Oh, that's
That
adorable.
sounds comfy.
I picture it like how an eagle would hold a fish in its talons.
Jeez.
You're right. You're right, because his hands don't face up, do they? They're always down.
No,
Yeah.
unless you like angle them up and like you're holding firewood or something like.
No,
but you got your
suddenly-
You're like, yeah, you know, no, I'm good. I'm good.
That sounds a lot less appealing, actually.
Lucian's just complaining in a British accent the whole time while dangling from these little talons.
No, that's fine. Thank you. Put me down now.
The windsock moment. Didn't you have a windsock moment before with your pants around your ankles?
Windsock
That's
Saunders.
not fair. That's not fair.
Yeah, windsock Saunders. Oh my God, have I not named an episode that yet? Oh shit,
Because you got taste and
barely.
honor.
I beg to differ.
Yeah, thank you, Kurt. He knows me well. He's known me the longest.
For those not with us on the Zoom call, Dave has named himself tonight Character Murderer. So that's how much honor
A
he
little bit of foreshadowing.
No, I just gotta. It's just me trolling you guys.
Just a little obstacle for us
He's
to overcome.
just trying to get in her head as usual.
That's my job.
I'm gonna ignore it.
Make you think.
Can't get in my head. I got ice in my veins.
Ice in your vein. All right, well, let's see. Let's start it off. Let's open the scene in the hut of Kisongo, the leader of the village. He's not there right now. You guys sit on the earthen floor of his round hut with the fire in the middle, the little opening in the roof to let the smoke out. Eating, I don't know what the cuisine would be in the 30s in a village in Uganda. Is that where you guys are? Imagine some sort of stew, some meat in it.
Some like sort of sugar paste.
I'm not
maybe.
really sure. I'm going with stew.
I don't know.
What's sugar paste?
I don't know
I
either.
don't know. It's like a cane sugar. They grind it up into a paste and they add.
I think cane sugar comes from the Caribbean.
All right, while you guys are eating stew and Rush Shield is eating his paste with his hands.
They're like, actually, that's not food.
We
Just found it in a bowl on the ground.
we use that
Oops.
to reinforce the walls of the hut.
It's like in his teeth. Yes,
you-
obviously.
Barely open your mouth, just like the worst cotton mouth ever.
Russ is like, it's sweet. It's sweet.
It's sweet. You guys are.
Sugar cane?
It's the three of you sitting alone with Patrice Duchamp, the
This guy.
cryptozoologist rival of Lucian Saunders from years past.
He's so cool. Russ says under his breath.
With his
And Carol is so
with
pretty.
his pasty mouth. He's so cool.
Oh, cool.
I love how Russ has had a lisp. Now you got to talk all cottonmouth. This will be great.
My whole gums and my teeth are exposed.
We'll wait for you while Joe goes and stuffs
You
some
got
cotton
water?
balls in his mouth so you can
I
get
could
the
use some
voice
water.
right. That's what Russ is just trying to say. Does anyone have any water? Is there any? But no one can hear you because you can't really talk, so everyone's ignoring you. It's just getting worse. Patrice Duchamp is sitting cross-legged, shining up his large elephant gun. Lucien Saunders. What a crazy time it is. Burying Carol here in the jungle in Uganda. Last I saw you, it was at the cryptozoologist seminar of 1927.
Yes, I believe that was.
How are you doing now? Life is good?
What sort of question is that, Duchamp? Look at me. I'm
He chuckles
beaten to a
himself.
pulp. While you sit there in your fancery, shining your gun.
my
Where was your
fancy
gun when I was being chased through the jungle by Tyrannosauruses?
Resistance. Oh, I am sorry. Did you bury a colleague this morning?
Oh, stop, as if you cared for one moment about that girl. Just another in your long list of conquests. You're a
Conquest.
pathetic excuse for it.
She was a colleague. We traveled together for years.
Yes, well, I've met many of your colleagues. I almost started doing a French accent there myself.
Are you mocking me?
In fact, I am.
My name is Lucien Saunders. Look at me go. Mocking the
Maynard
dead.
stands
How
up and rolls his eyes
dare
and
you.
goes outside to have a cigarette.
he starts going off in French on a tabernacle, je suis, and just goes on. And
Yeah. And Lucian's barking at the same time. You know you stole those images from me. I was researching that for years and years. You
Will you steal
misappropriated my evidence.
your
to your
amateur,
own.
your amateur photos? No one would think they are mine. He
How
turns
dare
to
you?
the
Those photos were going to be the turning point of my entire career.
Can we
Kasong.
stop them, Maynard? Just let them.
Maynard went outside to smoke. He couldn't listen to this anymore.
Vader goes outside and just shuts the little hut door behind him as they bark and argue back and forth. And Kasongo comes walking down and goes up to Maynard. He asks for a smoke from you.
I give him a smoke. I light it first and I hand it to him lit.
He thanks you.
Felt like that was cooler.
The men that were with us, and they have been buried. And he kind of shakes his head. The people that went out in the jungle ended up getting killed by the Serpent people and the T-Rex. He seems sad, but he also seems a bit distracted. And he looks at you and my wife and my son, and they're in the hospital. Do you think these notes are correct? There is a cure.
Yeah, I think we should look into it. We could also get the doctor to take a look at them. He has a pretty good background in medicine.
They have the sickness. This sickness that is I don't even know. And he shakes his head. I can't comprehend what is happening.
And if there is a cure, we think it's in the crater back there.
It doesn't
that we just
really,
ran from?
speaking to Saunders, when you guys all found all the documents and everything together, it talked about how they've bioengineered this sickness. From reading through the reports that you guys have sifted through, it seems like indeed Caduceus is trying to have a biological weapon that would basically enslave humanity. And what their experiments seem to be is them trying to find an efficient way to spread it globally. The reports talk about the biological ways to spread it through insects, but the climate, harsh climates, put that to rest. The flies wouldn't be able to survive in the cold or in the extreme heat. So they also talks about mechanical flies and how there's probably enough power in the Citadel in Mu to create such a thing. But it does talk about how they've developed a cure and it's being kept at the labs, and how they basically have talked about how humanity isn't intelligent enough to be able to figure out a way to stop this once we get it going. Now, running into Lucian in the jungle is where you guys have figured that the diamond mine, where Lucian came from, is the lab where you would find the answers that you're looking for. You know Kisongo he's chomping at the bit to go. You guys have stayed behind in his village for a little while. You guys have rested. You guys got a couple of hit points back. I know, Lucian, if you want to I imagine you can try to do some first aid on yourself. You don't really have the time to start doing it to everybody. Unless you
I'll
want to
definitely
stay
do it
longer.
on myself, though.
But yeah, I imagine you want to do something to yourself. He looks at Maynard and, what do you think we should do? I need to find the cure.
I think we need to figure out a way to infiltrate the base that Lucian told us about. There's obviously a facility there that has the scientific knowledge and probably the cure. We need, to cause a distraction and then break in or something. Do you have warriors in the village?
There's a few people I could bring. I'm hesitant to bring all able men in case we fail or something comes to the village.
Fair enough.
But yes, I think we can bring some. And those strange flowers that seem to bloom, your friend Lucian talked about them as an alarm. I think I can send some people ahead. No one is quieter in the jungle than us, than my people.
And you think they could sneak up on the flowers and take them out?
I don't see really any other way. You Americans are all very capable, but is sneaky one of your traits?
Not really, no.
He chuckles.
I wonder if we could use your people to kind of like lay a path through the flowers where they head down the path that eventually we would go, and then double back, come back along that path after they've already set a pathway for us to infiltrate the base, and then go another way, taking out some more flowers, cause a distraction, and try to like draw the attention of everyone at the base, and then we go down the flower-free path that was laid before.
He nods. It's a good idea. Should we go in and speak with the others? I want to find out more about what's at the diamond mine. Because we have been quarantined for quite some time, and it's been a long time since I've been up there, but there was no lab. It was just a hole in the ground.
Yeah, let's talk to the others. It seems that getting to that lab is the only place we're going to find answers from here.
I need to find the answers. I need to find a cure for my wife and brother.
I will help you.
He gives you the Predator handshake.
Nice.
Oh, lucky.
I stare him right in the eyes and give the Predator handshake back.
He does the same thing. Then he stops and then he gives you a hug. And
Nice.
goes into the hut. Would Lucian ever stop talking with
And
Patrice?
that, Patrice, is why the French society will always be a failed society. And I will hear
All
no
right,
more
that's
on the matter.
enough. Maynard yells into the room, trying to get silence.
Yes, of course. Sorry, Maynard. Being around this man is infuriating.
We have a plan. We need to go back to the facility.
Tell me more about the facility. Kasongo looks at Lucian and says that.
Yeah, Lucian kind of blinks a couple of times at the thought of going back to the facility. I'm sorry, you want to go back to the facility? Of course, you didn't see what I saw. I mean, there are many guards armed with those beam weapons and undoubtedly more of the Tyrannosauruses and an entire population of scientists and all serpent people. I can't imagine how you think we're going to invade that space. It's so heavily fortified and guarded.
Well, Kasongo thinks that he can get some men in there that can sneak through the jungle and maybe disable some of the alarm flowers.
But there are hundreds,
Maybe we
there are
can-
thousands of alarm flowers, Maynard.
No one is quieter in the jungle than us. We can get you to where you need to go. We can get you to the diamond mine. We
You
can
also
get
have
us-
that T-Rex parked out front.
Are you eating the paste? Kasongo looks over at Russ.
No, definitely not. No, I'm just really thirsty, and I haven't brushed my teeth for a few days.
He gets you
Loose-
some well water, whatever. Hands it to you.
I bow. Not sure if I'm supposed to bow, but
He looks at you weird. He turns.
not the first time.
Excusez-moi. How do we plan to get out of here? I say we go to the jungle, to the lab. We kill all the serpent monsters. Then what?
Well, Zen, Patrice. It's all very simple, actually. If we can get in there and if we can disable the operation, there's a portal in the bottom of the operation that we could use to return back to New York City. I know that may befuddle your thin senses, but it is a fact.
I look over at Maynard and like, oh, that's how we got here.
Oh,
There's
the
a portal. Damn,
Yes, but what I don't understand is that it's because you were. Why did you? But what happened to you two when you got on the other side of the portal? You didn't wake up in the same facility?
We woke up in a hospital just away a few clicks from this village here. Up on the hill, I kind of point in the direction that I feel like we came from. And there were these couple of real doctors and a couple of fake nurses who were actually serpent people wearing the masks.
Uh-huh.
And They told us that we'd been there for 2 weeks unconscious with the sickness, that we'd been flown in on a Caduceus plane to do some kind of a mission to help with the outbreak or whatever.
The nurse, the Serpent nurse, is that is the one shot with the elephant gun going to the shed we burned?
Patrice, excuse me. We're talking to each other. All right? We're an organization.
This conversation.
Are you barely?
No, I don't think you are.
Oh, the elephant gun
it is.
says I am. You go.
It is the one.
I'm sorry. Are you threatening a fellow member of the Cryptozoological Society?
I do not mean it as a threat.
It certainly sounded like a threat.
And you need
Patrice?
the gun. You need the gun to shoot the serpent people.
We have a T-Rex, and we have
And I'm
rods of
certainly
magic.
have guns. We
We
have
don't
guns of our own.
need you.
Is it a magic gun, Patrice? No. It's not a magic gun, is
Oh,
it?
the serpent
I think-
that blew away seems to think it's pretty magic.
I think we would be glad for your help, Patrice. Thank you very much for your offer. We need all the able-bodied men
Grumble,
and
grumble,
guns that we can
mumble,
get our
grumble,
hands
grumble.
on. Sure, you'll be very useful. And yes, it is the nurse that was shot with the elephant gun, to answer your question.
Lucien, you do not have your photograph maker machine? Photograph taker?
My God, Patrice, do they not have a word for camera in French? Yes.
Camera.
My camera.
That word will not stick. It's the photograph taker. The camera. Yeah. And he just.
You're an
rolls his
embarrassment to the
eyes.
society.
Lucien.
What? I don't know how much gear I have left. How much gear do I have left? I
When we
suppose I
make
was
it back
never.
to New York, with the no photographs and nothing except your sketches, they will not believe anything that we say.
Patrice, this has gone beyond a mere Cryptozoological Society expedition. We're trying to save the planet. Do you understand?
Oh, save the planet.
He does make a good point, Doc. Maybe you should take a picture of the T-Rex.
There's no camera.
I don't have my camera.
The,
You sure?
I don't think I have my camera. Have I got all my gear?
no, I
I
don't
don't
believe
think so. I don't
No.
think so, yeah. Do I even have my gun?
Yeah, you have your gun.
No, do you? Did you
No,
recover
you
it?
lost
yeah,
your Mauser.
I don't.
You
that's
lost
it.
it.
I lost
Your
everything.
elevator.
Your
or
Mauser's in
something.
a pit. You have
Yeah.
one golden rod. You
That's
had
it. That's
two
all
and you
I've got.
ditched one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Lucien, a truce.
Yes, well, I'll consider it. I'll take it under advisement.
Arrogant
Oh,
man.
Shake the man's
I'm
hand.
arrogant. British are the most humble and mild-mannered people on God's
He
green
starts
earth.
ranting in French again.
Oh, there we go. As if we don't all understand French.
Lucian,
Yes, Russ. I'm sorry. He makes me so mad.
I don't trust him either.
Oh,
It's his accent or his good looks or something about
Well,
him being
his-
so cool. I just don't trust him.
his pencil mustache.
Oh God, it's
Garish.
disgusting.
I think he can hear you.
I certainly can.
The important thing is that you guys can work together. Lucien, Patrice, can you guys work together while we go and infiltrate this base?
Well,
Set aside your differences for just a moment.
well, I at
Truce, as
least,
Patrice said. I
at
think it's
least
a great
can-
idea.
I at least can work. The British are well known for their work ethic, unlike the French, who are among the most lazy and sloth-like of all societies on this earth. So I truly doubt whether or not Mr. Monsieur Duchamp, has ever
Yes, thank you.
dirtied his pretty hand
My
is-
pretty hands are dirty now.
from burying
Very
another
good.
one
Not
of
a
your
good start, Doc.
assistants. Is that it?
Whoa. Brutal.
Lucien Saunders.
Lucian. I don't like the guy, but Jesus.
You haven't seen what I've seen.
Maynard, should we go? Should we get
Let's
going?
go.
It's
Let's
probably
go.
time to go.
Patrice, you want to come with us?
He nods and looks at Saunders and like tightens his suspenders and gets all ready, like he's getting into battle mode. Rolls up his sleeves on his little button-up shirt. See, no, that is Spanish. Oui.
See, he's faking it. I knew it. He's not French.
That terrible accent. There's no way he's French.
He's not. He's faking it, Saunders.
I like the accent actually.
Yeah, it's better than your Scottish accent.
It's a lot better than your Scottish accent.
Scottish one doesn't work with me. Doesn't work with me. Okay, so Kisongo leaves. He says that he's going to go round up some people and that you guys need to do whatever's necessary. Did you roll your first aid? You rolled it successfully. Did you add your 1d4?
I did, yeah. Successful first aid, and I got back 2 additional hit points.
So you're at 6.
I was in 6. Yeah.
6, all right.
I'm going to try to do some first aid on myself too. Big time fail.
Perfect. Like critical fumble fail?
No, just like an 85 over the base 30.
I know your bandages they're pretty garbage.
Do I have
Not
time
a
to
very
do some
good
first
check.
aid on him?
If you guys want to stay, you guys can really... There's nothing pushing you out the door. Kisongo, he's like, I want to go because I want to find this cure. I want to save my family. I don't know what's going to happen to them. But if you guys insist on staying here for more hours, then I'll let you do another first aid.
Right, but Kasongo, like, they're basically going ahead, right? To slowly creep through the jungle and pluck flowers. Like, that's going to take a while.
Kisongo wants to stay with you, but he said he'll send people ahead.
Yeah, so we have to wait for them, though, basically.
Okay, yeah, give them a nice healthy head start.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, he returns with a group of 5 people, and they speak back and forth, and he talks to you, and he says that these 5 guys, I know the trail they're going to take. There was an old route to where the diamond mine was. We'll send them ahead, and he looks at Maynard, and I'm hesitant to do your double back plan. I don't want to send these 5 as guinea pigs to have them slaughtered. What if they help us?
Yeah, that sounds better.
We could blaze it. Well, he asked, what do you guys, Russ, Lucian, Patrice, we can have them scout ahead, and in theory, they should get us a path to the diamond mine. Should we have them wait and then we all attack? What are we?
Yes.
What are we waiting? Like, what are we gonna find? He looks at Lucian. Like, when we roll up to the edge of the diamond mine, are we gonna find 100 T-Rexes? Like, building? I don't understand what's going on.
Well, it's going to depend on whether or not we're able to disable the flowers. If they know that we're coming, then yes, we're probably going to face more of their warriors on top of the Tyrannosaurus Rexes. If they don't know we're coming, then we'll probably be able to surprise them. It's an open mine with a number of elevator shafts from guardhouses that will take you down into the floor of the open pit mine floor. And then there's a large triangular shaped pyramid, essentially, that's, I don't know if it's been erected there or if, as we saw in South America, maybe it's come up from the earth and erupted there. But that is where they are. They're inside of that pyramid. And then in the base of the pit, surrounding the pyramid, there are actually dozens, hundreds, humans, people like ourselves from New York, from all over the world, who are apparently mindless. They've been zombified. They've been. It's like their souls have been. It's like their souls have been taken away. Would you stop it? Criticize me on your second language.
English
Yes.
is your second language?
No, Patrice. I said it's your second language. Listen carefully.
He chuckles. Lucien, we should work together. Think about it. You and me. Together,
Never.
presenting the world. The Serpent people.
You'll be the next one he buries, Lucian. Don't do it.
Oh, I would never demean myself. My God. Shame of it. Shame.
I shall take it all for myself.
Yes, well, you do that quite often, don't you? Take it for yourself, thief and scoundrel.
Oh, he doesn't like that one. He squints at you. Nothing you have done is worth stealing.
Do we have any explosives, gentlemen? Maynard tries to cut tension by changing.
Poor Maynard trying to hold the lid on this.
The only thing explosive is Lucien's attitude. And he turns and walks away.
Yeah, so the only thing explosive about you is your diarrhea.
And he turns around. And he just starts yelling at you in French again. I should have learned some French. Maybe get my Google Translate out. Okay, Kisongo again is annoyed by you two. He sends the people ahead and figures what we will take up the trail in a few hours. They'll meet us right close to the mine, and then we can decide from there. So let's rest. Let's eat some more, and let's do what we need to do, and then we'll go. Should we go under the cover of night?
Not a bad idea. I kind of feel like the longer we wait, the more of a chance they have to prepare. They're probably looking for us at the moment.
That's a good
If we
point,
can
Maynard.
Slip past the scouts, then we're going to catch them with their pants down.
We should leave soon then. We've already wasted enough time, perhaps.
Should we all move together, or should we leave the stealthy ones a bit of a head start?
I believe that was the plan, to give them a head start, right? You clearly need some first aid, Maynard. Let me tend to these wounds. You did a terrible job with these bandages.
Are you sure?
Thank you,
I am also a man of medicine.
Patrice, shut up.
He looks over here.
Just like walking into the forest, I guess.
The pasty there also has an attitude.
Pasty. Oh, damn it. I knew I was going to regret eating that piece.
Is that Russ's inner monologue right now? Son of a bitch! I should have asked.
Yeah, son of a, he got me on that one. Fuck, I hate that guy. I'm not turning back to let him know that it got to me, though.
No, of course not.
Yeah.
Turn away. Don't let him see it.
Yeah.
Maynard, I barely made my roll. 77 under 80, so you've got another 3 hit points.
Thank you. Patrice, you want to do some first aid on me too?
No.
Maynard? What are you suggesting? That's
Two
fine.
Band-Aids
No,
are
that's
better than
no,
one?
that doesn't work like that at all.
Some
actually,
sort of first aid orgy with Lucien? Never.
you French and your orgies. Orgy this, orgy that.
The orgy is a good time. I take that as a compliment.
It's messy.
Mess.
It's completely unsanitary.
He turns and you can see on his face, he's like, oh, he got me there. It is pretty messy. Not very sanitary at all. But again, don't let him see. Turns and walks. All right, so you guys hang out for a little bit. Is there any other preparations you want to do? You guys can,
I'm petting the T-Rex.
Maynard has the headband on and he makes it aggressively bite at Russ's hand, but not like right at his hand, just to scare him a little bit. It's like, no, like a little pretty woman, but with a T-Rex.
He wants you guys to keep it hidden from the villagers. He thinks that would scare people, I suppose. I don't think he's wrong. So it's
I think that's probably fairly accurate.
you're parked on the outskirts of the village.
Parked.
It's eating the serpent person. You didn't burn that's its fuel. All right, so
Dave,
you guys, yo,
1 second. Just don't hold my own personal shitty memory against me, because
No, of course.
Lucien has that photographic memory
100%. Yeah.
trait. So he described everything in perfect detail for what they're going to see when they get back to the.
Okay.
And before we go, Maynard just would like to discuss the plan just a little bit with everybody one more time. Like, let's say we get all the way through the jungle, we don't trip up a bunch of the alarms, and we make it through and we get there. What's the first plan of attack here, Lucien? Do you think we just like slide down the elevator and go right after it into the pit, or do we cause some sort of distraction?
One detail that Lucien would remind you that perhaps Mike has forgot, that the elevators are modified. It's not your standard like pull a lever. It's almost like a touchpad now that he seems it can set off. But when you were escaping the pyramid and you're going up there, you had the idea, the hypothesis that it's because of your serpent nature.
Am I showing much more evidence of serpentineness with all my injuries and everything?
Your massive wound that you just took, when you get a massive wound now, you heal in scales.
Oh.
So you got smoked by the T-Rex, I believe, and we talked about like a serious abrasion all up your side. So you're like hip to armpit of scales on that whole side.
Okay. Well,
And where was your first wound when you got it? I can't quite remember where it was.
Maybe a shoulder or maybe my side.
Yeah, I think it was like your chest or your side.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll go with
But it was like a torso injury, so I can still hide all this stuff with clothes.
Yeah,
It's getting
100%.
worse. Yeah.
Yep. You figure that if you take any significant injuries, that it looks like your body heals back in scales.
Yeah, so I described that to them about how there's a touchpad and that I seem to be able to use it without clarifying that it's because I'm a certain
I was about to say, yeah, Patrice's little French ears perk up. Do you let him know anything about your...
Oh, hell no.
Okay, I figured. What about Lucien, or what about Maynard's head wound? Is that something you could try to keep hidden as well? Your scaly wound on your head?
I mean, I wear a hat for the most part, but like, I think you can just sort of see it on the side of my face. I've just been kind of rolling with it for a while now.
Oh, that's a terrible roll. It doesn't seem like old Patrice has picked up on it, really, with your hat and your hair. He seems to be he spent most of his attention bickering with Lucien.
And Maynard spent a lot of that time standing in dark corners, smoking cigarettes, trying not to listen.
Yeah, so it doesn't seem like he hasn't at least asked you about it or anything like that. But he's definitely interested in Lucien. He seems genuine.
There's been a lot going on. I don't know if the side of my head is really the top
it's not a
priority
priority
right now.
Sorry, guys. How are we armed now? I've got one of these golden rods, right? Laser rods, whatever.
I'm mounted on a T-Rex. I don't know if you knew that.
All right, I'm very impressed.
I have a knife and a revolver. I've also been packing around this rifle that I've never shot. If anybody needs a rifle.
Oh, you're
I don't
offering?
even I don't have the skills to use it. I picked it up like
I don't think I do.
several episodes ago. The 303 if you want.
No, I just got base.
Kasongo has a big spear, and so do the other people that he's with.
Kasongo, do any of your men have rifle skills?
No.
Okay.
Well,
Russ,
actually,
you've got
what?
your
Does-
guns, hey?
Let me double check.
Does
I have a
the
stat block.
T-Rex take on your skills?
Like it's gonna hold the rifle in its
Yeah.
T-Rex arms?
Yeah, totally.
No, they have no firearm skills. Kasongo nor any of the Luba villagers.
The T-Rex would only be able to shoot like out of one side, the way that he's holding the gun.
Hip fire. You get hip fire.
Yeah, can only go directly left or right.
Yeah, and he'd have to turn his whole body to aim.
How many
Where-
of those beam rifles do we have?
You had two, but you ditched one.
I thought
Sounds like a dig.
we picked one up, though.
Yeah, I was about to say, when you guys had the encounter with the other T-Rex, there would have been two, I believe.
Yeah, I think I've got one and someone else has one.
I thought Russ picked one up.
Yeah, okay.
But I can't
Yeah,
rem-
let's
I
go
can't
there. I think
remember.
there's two that you guys can
Maynard
distribute.
didn't have one.
Buddy with the elephant gun, you notice that he's got it locked and loaded, but he doesn't look like he has a lot of ammunition for it. Not exactly a corner store. Go buy some more either.
Is an elephant gun the kind of gun that you just sort of pour some powder in and pack some little
No,
rock bags?
It's just
or
a
something?
it's just
So
a
you
large bore
improvise
hunting
ammo?
rifle.
Yeah, it's just a massive rifle.
Just does heavy damage.
Yes, it does heavy damage. All right. Holy shit. Okay. Enough time passes. You guys first aid yourselves.
Is Russ
Lucien-
okay? Does Russ need first aid?
Russ is totally fine.
Yeah, I thought so.
He's slippery.
Smartly
He is
keeps himself
slippery.
out of danger.
Did Christopher ever take damage at all? Is Joe like rocking no damage this whole campaign so far except mental
I
trauma?
take no damage until I take damage and die. That seems to be how it works.
Oh, okay.
Like Christopher was never taking damage his whole life or his whole existence.
Until
As long
you
as I
jump
knew him, at
into
least.
Another plane from 100 feet above.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Another dumb moment. Jumping through that portal.
It was ballsy.
It was I was about to say it was very ballsy. I appreciated
Christopher wasn't the smartest. He was brave.
it. Super brave.
It could have been a game breaker, you know?
Yeah.
Someone had to do it.
Yeah.
You guys wanted to do it. You're just too scared.
Yeah, there were teasers that was a legit way out. We hadn't really investigated much.
No,
but,
he thought he was going to Iceland.
Yeah.
See
I've
you
always
boys in
wanted to go.
Iceland. What the fuck? I am not in Iceland. Okay,
Yeah.
you guys start to leave with Kasongo. It's the three of you, Patrice, Kasongo. You creep through and follow the path, and every once in a while you come across one of those flowers that looks like it's partially open, but it's been macheted down, and you feel that these guys they're doing a pretty good job staying ahead of things.
Nice.
And that he was right. There's no one more silent and more deadly in the jungle than these Luba villagers. This is their home. It's their court now.
That's rad.
And so basically, if these things aren't making the alarm sound, they're not functioning. It's not like they're able to tip off the people back at the base that were on our way or anything, hey?
Lucian, you have never heard anything, but I assuming Lucian explained it a little bit how he could hear them. But Lucian doesn't really hear anything. Maybe off in the distance he'd hear like a meh, like for a split second, but boom, down. Like these guys seem to be they
Nice.
seem to be pretty on top of it.
Okay, awesome.
You guys travel through the jungle for a few hours, getting closer to what you feel is where the diamond mine is.
Maynard, have you come up with a name for your Tyrannosaurus?
I think I called it Rexy, didn't I?
Keep forgetting you're on a T.
I called it something cheesy. I can't remember now.
There's nothing cheesy about it. I think
was
Rexy's a
cute.
lovely name.
What have you thought of naming Patrice? A beautiful name. Or Jean? No?
Shut up, Patrice. What about Mr. T? Rex.
Oh, it has a nice ring to it. Mr. T.
Mr. T.
Sounds tough.
Rex.
Mr. T. That sounds very respectable. Professional.
I feel like I want to wear jewelry hearing that name. I shave my head into a mohawk. Anyways, you guys keep creeping up. And up ahead, you guys go for a little while and you see what looks like a body in the jungle. Very close to where the diamond mine would be. And you go up and you see one of the Luba villagers, and he's dead on the ground, and he's got like huge burn mark down the side of him, like he was hit with one of those laser rifles.
Oh no.
Shit. Gonna look around.
Make a spot hidden for me. Everyone
Yeah.
can make a spot hidden.
Oh, you bet I can.
69 under 77.
Oh,
Hard success.
hard success. Okay, Lucian,
Yeah, 58 over 52.
it looks like up ahead in the jungle, you see scorch marks on a tree, and what looks like another one of those dudes. It looks like you see two of them actually. It looks like they were probably ambushed, kind of taken off guard as you got close. Kasongo he looks worried. That's 3 of the 5. What should we do?
Should we spread out?
Or should we stay tight?
We're sitting ducks right now.
No, let's stick together. I think we should sweep around from this place, though. Let's not just walk straight through here.
Sweeping into the forest, would that not bring the alarm flowers?
It will definitely alarm.
How many men did you send, Kasongo?
5.
And we found 3?
He looks around and he goes over and he sees like some broken branches and he's doing some like man tracker shit. It looks like 2 of them went this way, and it doesn't look like they're sneaking anymore. Careless. He points to like some broken branches and like a footprint in the ground. Maybe they ran.
Do you see any more of the Tyrannosaurus footprints?
He shakes his head no.
Thank heavens for that.
We should just keep pushing on. Maybe they were able to draw their attention elsewhere.
A good point.
That's all we can do. We should just keep going.
Maynard makes the Tyrannosaurus just sneak on its tiptoes a little bit.
I was wondering how you were making this Tyrannosaurus.
Didn't.
Let's see, does it have a sneak? No, it doesn't. Oh, it does have this roll though.
Yeah, what's its stealth roll?
It doesn't have a stealth roll. It can't really stealth. It's just kind of going slowly.
It is a hunter.
Yeah.
It's
Hey.
probably good at being stealthy.
Well, it's also fucking huge.
Yes, it is.
So you can see it's tiptoeing through, but you're like, that's pretty quiet, I guess, for a giant fucking dinosaur. But there it is.
Bomb. Bomb.
Yeah. But not breaking any twigs, ducking under branches.
What if Maynard hops off of the T-Rex as we get close to the diamond mine and we just send it barreling in there and use the T-Rex as our distraction?
Yes.
Whoa.
Oh, I see there is a smart one amongst the group. Looks over at Lucian, shakes his head. Lucian and the paste eater. Maynard.
Patrice, this is no time to be rude.
Rust like subconsciously like rubs his corner of his mouth a little.
Just
Thinking there might be some leftover paste.
suddenly thirsty again.
Lucian daydreams for a second about just cutting Patrice's throat.
Just
no
the
knife.
T-Rex with a little knife
He
and
hates,
fork just
hates
eating
him
him.
so bad. He hates him so bad.
Lucian, I see the hate in your eyes.
You two, can it? Maynard slides off the back of the T-Rex, putting the broadside of the body of the dinosaur between him and the open pit of the diamond mine.
Oh, okay. Well, you guys aren't quite at the diamond mines. You're super close.
But still, like, in direction to where it is. I'm,
Okay,
like,
gotcha.
Using it as protection.
Okay. So Kasango asked, what's the plan? Should we just all hide around the T-Rex and have it walk up?
Yeah, we'll just keep sneaking until shit goes sideways, and then I'm just going to send the T-Rex, and we'll just send it running in, and then we'll try to sneak a different direction.
Do you know, I don't know if any of you boys were in France for, the war there with Germany, but near the end, they had constructed those armored vehicles, tanks, and the soldiers were following along behind the tanks that would shield them from gunfire and everything. Perhaps that's the move that we make here. We just, as you say, send Rexy in and we follow along behind. Him, her, I haven't checked its sex yet. But yes, that could be the move.
How about you get Rexy
Let's
to
do it.
lift its tail? Let's see.
Let's just press on, guys. I don't think it
What
matters.
is it with you and sex
What's
organs?
next
It's
to
all
that?
just orgies with you, isn't it, Patrice?
It is for my notes.
It could be an orgy with a
Maynard just
Tyrannosaurus.
open hand slaps both of them right in the mouth.
Ow!
Just like, pow!
Maynard.
Pow. Enough.
Russ walks up and does it too.
Da!
Hey,
Sacre.
Russ, what gives you cause for doing that? Maynard already hit us.
Sorry, Lucian.
Thank you.
I got carried away.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Okay, you start to. How close are you? So you got Rexy. Rexy's just gonna walk up like it's kind of normal, like it's like you own the place. You know what I mean? Just if you're gonna walk in,
Like he's lost. He's looking for his
master.
master.
Oh,
Yeah, he's returning home. No big deal.
Oh, the old lost dinosaur trick.
Yeah,
Oh,
just
the
make
old
him
lost-
act like he's
the
just
classique.
like coming through the doggy door. You know?
Like it's been gone for 3 days, and they're like, "Oh my God,
Yeah.
Rexy! I've missed
Yeah.
you so much. Have you eaten?" Okay. How close are you following to Rexy? Like right on Rexy, like right on his leg, or like a little bit ahead?
I think I'm gonna let him walk a bit ahead now. What do you think?
Yes, that's what I was thinking too. It should be ahead, but not too far ahead, right? We need to,
But like the perfect distance.
use him for
whatever that may be.
Yeah,
Dave, you tell us.
Dave.
All right, the perfect
whatever distance you think you would least want us.
All right, I got a good distance. Then.
Okay, good. Yeah.
Excellent. Oh, whoops, too far. Okay, so Rexy's got its lost puppy dog look on, and it's just walking through. Spot hidden. Please and thank you.
All of us.
Yeah, unless someone is choosing not to cruise the jungle.
Hard
Fail.
success.
50 under 80 something.
Oh, Maynard is fucking eagle eyes. Maynard,
Both
you
of them
see two serpent people that are kind of creeping up alongside Rexy, coming out. Like they seem comfortable. Like you say, it's the lost kind of puppy dog routine. They're not running out like, "Oh, hey boy," but they're like, "Wait, why is there a T-Rex walking alone? This is one of ours." So you see them kind of coming out of the jungle, somewhat stealthy, but somewhat confident that they're okay. If that makes sense.
I'm gonna make Rexy like look at them and sort of bow his head a little bit and maybe like shake his tail. and then sort of lope over to them like it looks just totally normal.
They seem they
Sort of on
take
an
a step
angle that
back.
keeps us.
They take a step back, like, whoa, wait a second here. Why? Where's it? You see them kind of speaking to each other in Nikal, and one points up towards its head.
He slows down. I slow down Rexy just a little bit to see if that sort of calms them at all, but I kind of keep him marching as non-threateningly as he can possibly look as a T-Rex, continuing towards them.
How far away are we?
The perfect distance.
Perfect.
Nice.
Fantastic.
Perfect. Let's get a stealth roll from everyone.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
No problem.
Oh, I did it. Oh, 37 under 40. Come on,
I got
Lucian.
I got a 2 under 60.
Oh, this is like one of those group average rolls. We don't even need Lucian's.
We're good. 10 under 34.
Oh, we're so good.
Oh, 0-1
So good.
for Patrice. Lucien, you are making so much noise.
He's never been more stealthy. That slap in the mouth did you guys some good.
So you guys seem to be creeping along fine. The serpent people have no idea you're there. They seem to be, I guess, kind of walking alongside the dinosaur, still slightly uncomfortable. They seem a little confused, but yet confident. Again, if that makes sense.
How close is Rexy
To you guys? Or to them?
to the serpent people?
They're pretty close to him. Like, they're walking almost alongside Rexy, still kind of keeping an eye on Rexy, but like, okay, I guess Rexy's going home.
Okay, if Rexy was going to attack them, does he only have like a bite move, or do I have like a tail sweep that might get both of them, or could I like bull rush them? I'm trying to mess with both of them if possible.
It has one attack per round. To answer your
Okay,
question.
I turn around and I signal to the guys on the right that I'm signal to the guys behind me that I'm going to take out the one on the right, and I point to them. You're going to take the one on the left, and then I go like 1, 2, 3, and I use the headband and I get Rexy to just bite one of them the one on the right.
Yes.
right in the
Yes.
face.
All right, do you want to roll for Rexy?
Yes, I do.
Rexy bite is 50.
Only 50.
Yep.
26.
Yes.
Yes, Kurt.
Okay. Wow. That is a lot of damage. Okay,
There's
Rexy.
a lot of damage.
That's exactly what I wanted to hear.
God.
Oh my God,
Awesome.
I wanted to hear that so bad.
Do you want to roll the 8d6 or should I?
Whoa.
Let me do it.
Do you have that
Hashtag
many D6s?
bucket of dice.
Have we been playing Alien RPG? Do we have that many D6s?
Yeah, do you got those
I
kicking?
don't have them. Actually, I do.
You know what's
I
funny?
have so many.
All my d6s right now are my alien dice in my hand. Hilarious.
Very good. 27. That could have been a lot higher for that many.
Okay, yeah, it just goes down and grabs him. It shakes him, and Rexy bites him and just gulps him down. You guys have your guns up, ready to take shots at that one guy?
100%.
Hell yeah, we do.
So yeah, so you're, even if he has a higher dex, with the Call of Cthulhu rules, you get plus 50 to yours if your gun is ready to rock. So take some shots.
Who's got the highest dex?
I think we have the same 60. Right?
Oh no, I've got a 70, my friend.
Okay, you're up.
Shooting. Hey. That's a miss. 64
actually-
over 25.
Patrice would go further than you guys, but he's not shooting his elephant guns. That's a bit far away for that bad boy.
Far away.
Far away.
Is it a close-up kind of thing?
No, it's a hunting rifle.
He's not shooting it either way.
All right.
Oh, okay. Coward.
Doesn't want to shoot his allies.
As well as a thief.
Is he
Interesting.
pace detail.
I don't respond. I just go boom with my handgun, and I got a 20 under 50.
There you go.
Ooh, damage?
Damage is 7
Okay.
bullet damage.
7 bullet damage. Oh, he's
Bullet
susceptible to
damage.
bullet damage as well.
Best kind of damage.
Perfect.
Okay, you blast him. Okay, so now he starts to run. The serpent person starts to run through the forest
Which direction? Like towards the
towards the facility.
Damn it, we have to stop him before he gets away.
Is it his turn?
No, he's running, so it's Rexy's turn. Kasongo starts to
It's
sprint,
Rexy's
and so does Patrice.
Kasongo can't throw a spear in him?
No, he's not throwing a spear.
I'm sending Rexy full sprint straight after this guy, just trying to run him down.
All right, make a roll for him. You can easily keep up with him.
I rolled a 67.
Ooh. He comes crashing in and takes a swipe at him, but the serpent person.
Hey, how much luck does Rexy have? And Maynard use
0.
his luck?
No.
How much would Maynard need to use to make this work?
You'd need a different rule set.
Oh, fine, do it then.
Sounds good. Let's do it.
Okay, he keeps chasing. You want to take a shot at him?
Yeah, I'll take another shot at him.
For sure. You and Russ can both take a shot at him.
Perfect.
Patrice again hesitates to
Damn
shoot.
it.
He raises his rifle but doesn't shoot.
I missed.
65 over 50.
Bang, bang, bang.
All right, Patrice shoots.
Pew, pew.
Oh, is that right on? Oh no, his elephant the gun is actually really, really high. Okay. Let's see. That would be the dodge. Oh, even better roll. Patrice, and the serpent person drops, and he looks over at Lucian and gives you a very French wink. Bling.
Lucian pretends not to see it.
Wink. That was a French wink.
But we all
One-
knew what it was immediately. We were all like, oh, yeah, of course.
It was a touch more arrogant than one might normally wink.
The worst
Lucian,
kind of wink.
the worst kind of wink. I'm going to roll insight for him, see if he can still read you.
It was such a good wink, you could almost hear it.
Yeah, you could just hear the little bling. I know that they bothered you. And he just walks away, runs up. He picks up one of the gold rods and puts it on his back. He actually puts his elephant gun on his back and takes the gold rod. Who doesn't have one of those rods yet?
Maynard doesn't.
There's one on the ground there.
Like, scoop it up.
All right.
But you have to use
Does
your...
Maynard have an ability to shoot, or am I using my full turn to use the headband for Rexy?
No, the headband, you're good, man. You can still do your actions. The headband's all mental.
Okay, I'm gonna rip a shot at this guy too then.
The dead guy?
Oh yeah, right. He took him down.
elephant
Yeah.
gun.
You can shoot him again if you want.
Elephant
I'm not
gun.
holding it against you.
Yeah, I might as well not make any extra noise.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Okay, you take the guy down. Kasongo takes a look around and you notice he starts to kind of go off to the side a little bit. Creeping around, and you hear him kind of mutter something, and you find the last two bodies
Oh.
of the Luba villagers, and they look like they were kind of like pulled to the side and like stacked on top of each other behind a bush, and just dragging the bodies out of the way. It was a good idea to send up old T-Rexy, or you guys would have got ambushed. But the old lost dog strategy, I thought was pretty good.
That was good.
Nice.
All right, you guys continue on, and eventually the forest comes to a clearing, and you stop and you look and you see the old rusty chain link fence, the fence that surrounds the pit of the old diamond mine.
How did I get through the fence the first time?
You went up the elevator. The elevator comes up to right on the corner, and you like,
Oh,
open
I
a
see,
gate
I
on
see,
the
I
fence
see.
and get
Right,
out.
so the fencing, if you follow it around, it comes to that. Right.
And each corner there is an elevator.
Yeah.
All right, so you guys
Which way,
are
Lucian?
crouched at the clearing, looking ahead at the chain link fence. You have
How near-
your T-Rex with you, I guess, kind of like hidden in the bushes, and you guys hanging out.
But do we see the zombie people?
No, you
Down
haven't
below?
got to the edge yet. There's a chain link fence.
Oh, I
How
see.
near
that.
are we to the elevator shed that I came up the first time?
Oh, I pictured it, that one. I can't really argue either way. It would be one of two on that south side. So I guess depending, would you have tried to direct yourself towards that?
No, but I'm feeling like once I got there, again, the photographic memory stuff, I might be able to remember like on site which one I came up.
You remember, it's the one it'll be to your right, down a little bit. I pictured you guys coming up closer to the
The other one?
to the other one on that corner, but the one that you came up is easy enough to get to.
That one there, that's the elevator shaft that I came up the first time. But this one's closer, and presumably it should function the same. But I don't know how we're going to get Rexy down the elevator.
We're gonna bring Rexy in there. Cool idea. Could he slide down the edges of the diamond mine in any way?
It's like 100 feet down.
Is it straight down or is there a bit of an angle?
That's pretty.
Probably
it's
tiered.
Pretty. No, the drawing that I have in the book here looks pretty down.
Pretty sheer.
It's a black diamond.
Yeah, it's a sheer wall.
Oh, that was good, Kurt.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I did that. A little bit of ski humor for all of our downhill fans
It
out
would
there.
be definitely a double black diamond.
Definitely
It's
double black
straight
diamond.
down.
A double black diamond. Okay. Is there any chance that we could squeeze the T-Rex through the elevator doors, even if we sent him down first solo?
No, hell no, man.
Well, how did they get him out?
Great question. Kisongo shrugs
Damn
when
it.
you ask that.
When I was down below, I never saw any sort of shed or anything like that, or pen where they kept these Tyrannosauruses.
The dinosaurs are in the pit or only the jungle?
I never saw them in the pit, so presumably they must have some sort of pen or enclosure up here on the surface.
Oh, so exciting. Lucien, imagine. We find a pen of a Tyrannosaurus Rex and we show the world.
But one isn't enough for you. It's never enough, is it, Patrice? Always your
If you had
greed,
the choice,
and
the choice
your
between
endless
a
hunger.
T-Rex or
Can we just get in this
just-
elevator?
You're just like a
or multiple.
insatiable sort of
A 50 T-Rex.
corrupted
Or 29 T-Rex.
shade of a human being. You disgust me. Poor Rexy here.
I'll do it again, guys. Don't make me slap you.
This is Lucien Saunders. Arrogant and no respect.
Okay. We
Lucien
leave
steps
Rexy
back.
here. We all get in the
Yeah, they
elevator.
both went.
We go down right now.
The T-Rex. Is he live in the jungle? This is a monster.
You gotta let him go, Maynard. Just let him go.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm not trying to hold on to him. We'll leave him up here. We'll go down the elevator.
We'll give you a
The
minute to
headband.
say your goodbyes.
Patrice motions for the headband from you.
I don't think so, bud.
Please.
The dinosaur will be very helpful. Let me.
It'll be helpful.
As this the monster.
What are you gonna do? What's your plan?
I do not know. Not leave it in the jungle. It will. It can come with us.
In the elevator.
I do not know.
You're a scientist, right? You're aware of basic physics. This thing is 15
I just
feet
lean
tall,
over
and the
Lucian.
door
This
is
guy's
6.
an idiot.
It's from the
This is
paste there.
what I've been
From
telling
the paste there. Very cute.
Holy shit.
He's the worst.
Dumb. Okay, you've used that one like 10 times now. Come on, get a new one.
As when there's gold at my hands, I will take it. You eat paste.
You'll eat my fist in a second.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like
What
that
Russ said.
kid, he's behind Russ, like peeking by. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me look at
Love it.
this guy's stats. Oh yeah, he could beat up Lucian. Well, he's got pretty good size.
You can't beat up both of us.
No, I'm pretty sure Russ could take him out. Pretty sure Russ.
Well, that doesn't say much for
I'm deathly
Lucian,
insulted.
though, does
here.
it?
Rexy's about to eat Patrice if you guys don't get your shit sorted out and get in that fucking
Thank
elevator. Let's go.
All right, he.
I'm like physically pushing people into the elevator right now.
Now,
you get
now wait.
close.
I have an
Sorry?
idea, gentlemen. When we get to the bottom of the elevator, let's just, instead of storming towards the pyramid, we can see the pyramid now, can't we?
Well, you guys haven't got up to the chain link. I'm going to describe that.
Oh, wait. So we haven't even gotten that yet. Okay.
No, you guys
So
have
what-
been arguing, and now you're creeping out. As far
Okay.
as I'm concerned.
When we get to the bottom of the pen, let's pretend to be mindless, like those others, so that we don't call any attention to ourselves. Now, yes, we'll be armed, but hopefully, if we just slowly, sort of directionlessly meander towards the entrance, then we won't be detected.
Do
I
they
like it.
make
That's a
any
good idea.
moaning sounds or is there drooling
Oh, they were
involved?
entirely silent. Well, there was some
Like
drooling.
shuffling?
Yes.
Can you give us a demonstration?
Yes, of course. It was like this.
We should practice it first.
Yes,
Make
that's
a-
it,
make
Russ.
a
You've
roll.
got it.
Make a roll for me, Lucian.
40.
That's not a bad impersonation.
Hey.
Could be better.
Maynard starts practicing He's mimicking what Lucian's doing.
Yes, just like drag the right leg a little more.
That's it, Maynard. Yes, you've got it precisely. It's not a contest. We just need to not go rushing in like soldiers.
It's a great idea, Doc.
All right, you guys creep up to the edge and you get close to the fence and where the elevator is, and you can see into the pit. And you see a large metallic pyramid. Out front of what looks like the main entrance, you see a serpent person standing there with one of those gold rods, looking around. Like Lucian described, shuffling mindlessly through the whole pit. Dozens and dozens of people from all over the world. Maynard with his eagle eyes, as he's scanning the pit, you see your old handyman just shuffling, mindless.
No way. The original handyman before the mobsters put their guy in there.
You see other people from New York. Can I get a sanity check for you on that, Maynard?
34 under 51.
All right, the steel trap mind of Maynard Clayton easily absorbs that information. Russ, seeing this for the first time as well, you see
Damn it.
Beatty, your old partner's wife,
Beatty.
just shuffling.
No.
You see other
No, what
people
the-
from the detective agency, people you used to work with. Can I get a sanity roll from you too?
44 under 53, I think.
Oh, again, no sanity loss. People from all over the world, all walks of life. People like I said, that you recognize, all just shuffling aimlessly throughout the whole pit.
How deep is the pit? We seem to be able to see faces fairly clearly, so it's only like 30, 50 feet deep kind of thing.
No, it's 100 feet. But you can see as they get close to, you can't see everyone's face, but you do recognize people that are milling around close to you.
After controlling the T-Rex with the headband for a while, do I feel like I had enough control over it to harm it, to make it harm itself? Could I make it jump into the pit if I wanted to, or would it stop at some point?
Oh, that's a great question. One way to find out, my friend.
Is this a pretty shoddy chain link fence?
Compared to a
Something-
charging T-Rex? Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Okay. There's a distraction option here, guys. Maybe I'll save that. Hopefully there's not a range on the headband.
I guess we'll find out.
Again, I guess we'll find out.
I guess we'll find out.
Okay, are we in the elevator now, or are we just moving towards it?
You guys are getting right up to it, and you see that it has a modified keypad. The elevator is down on the ground floor in the pit.
Saunders, does it make a lot of noise? Are we going to alert anybody to our presence? I can't hear you. Speak up. Whisper louder.
Yes, I'm sorry. I was imagining sending Patrice to his death off the edge of this cliff. Yes, it is. It's going to make noise. Yes, I mean, unfortunately, it's old equipment. It's rusted. It still works, but it will make noise. Maynard,
Quick. Not to be quick.
your idea of a distraction might be a good one, but I hesitate to sacrifice Rexy.
Sacrifice the dinosaur. The world needs to see it.
I don't plan to sacrifice him. I just plan to use him as a distraction if we need it.
You said before that Lucien pulls his pants down and runs around monsters. He can do the same here.
Why in the world
That-
did you
that
tell him
might
about
work.
that?
That's bound to work one of these times.
Why would you tell him?
Listen,
I don't
Maynard.
think we did.
No,
tell
I'm
him.
just
It's
fucking around.
Word of mouth. It just got around.
Hey,
around this
Read about it in
circle.
the
it was in a newspaper.
You see Kisango as he's gripping his spear. He wants to, in that pyramid, that is where you came from. That is where the cure is. Is that right?
If it's going to be anywhere, it's going to be in there. Yes. Now, there are. I mean, how many serpent people were in the pyramid that I saw in that operating room area alone?
3 or 4 guys in there?
Oh, okay. All right. I envisioned. So that's not too bad.
No.
And they weren't armed, so
No, they're just scientists.
all right.
let's just go down the elevator. They're going to think it's a lizard person operating the elevator. They're not going to immediately be alarmed. We'll do the zombie shuffle. And then if we need it, we'll try to use Rexy for a distraction.
You can make a Rexy, like, do a T-Rex roar of some sort.
That's a good idea.
They're really loud.
Well, that's true.
Take her to the opposite side of the pit, away from the elevator.
Even if Rexy just tore down the fence a bit and made a lot of noise, doesn't need to leap to the bottom of the pit, I suppose.
Great idea.
Oh, Lucien, can't think with it, little brain.
It wasn't my idea. It was Russ's idea, and it was a damn good one. Thank you, Russ.
It was?
Oh, the
I
pasty
thought
tear
it
does
was.
not even know what he
I
says.
had a thought.
We are all going to die.
Oh, I'm really starting to hate this
I'm
guy.
telling you, man.
Lucien.
Listen, I'm not going
I'm
to stop
with you on this one. Okay, on the count of 4.
We throw him off the cliff?
Yeah.
Okay, ready?
I can't thought about this. A weird number. 1, 2. Is there no one else counting?
I thought you were doing just fine.
3.
We do the last 2 numbers silently. You wouldn't know that because you're not stealthy and cool like us.
I wrote the 0-1 in the jungle. I was the
Shut up.
stealthiest.
Shut up. Let's do this.
Let's go.
What are we doing?
Lucien, push the button. Waiting for
Oh my
Lucien.
God,
push
let's
the
get we
button.
get in the
Well,
elevator.
are we all in the elevator?
Lucien.
Okay,
For the
are we all in?
dinosaur, for
Okay.
the distraction.
Are you quiet?
Oh, sacre bleu.
Maynard, have Rexy go and make some noise.
You want me to do that now? I thought that was like a contingency
No,
plan.
I think we should do it now because the elevator will make
Okay.
a lot of noise.
I send Rexy just charging a little bit away from where our elevator is, sort of towards the northern side of the cliff if possible. And once he gets a ways away, I'm going to have him crash through the fence and roar and start making all kinds of noise.
Oh, wow. Okay, so yeah, it goes over to the fence and starts crashing through and roaring. The serpent person who is out front of the pyramid definitely takes note and starts to look over, and you see him touch his temples, and yes, you can't really see his face where you are, and every single person in the pit stops and turns towards the T-Rex.
Oh,
What?
no. Are we? And we're going down.
And we're going down the
The
elevator.
elevator's coming up.
Oh, yeah, right. The elevator's
Oh,
coming
that's
up.
right. It was coming up.
Clunk. It gets to the top. Let me roll a little roll ski here. The serpent person
I guess
starts.
we have a
He
moment
starts
to-
to walk towards where the dinosaur is, and you see everybody
Okay.
takes in unison. All the people in the pit take 3 steps towards the dinosaur, then stop.
I'm going to make Rexy head even farther north now, leave the fence alone, and run farther north.
Like away from us, eh?
Hopefully, yeah, turning so that everyone maybe turns their backs on us.
Or maybe keep sending him around the enclosure, like away from us.
Yeah, that's what I was doing.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Kick some rocks
Yeah.
down or something. Throw the fence in the pit.
Start trashing the elevator. Okay, so yeah, Rexy is still making a distraction. None of the people in the pit move, and the serpent person goes around to the other side of the pyramid, and he seems to just be watching Rexy.
Let's go.
The elevator gets
Okay.
up and stops.
We're in and we're going down instantly.
Quickly, down.
The keypad, this is marvelous technology. And he's looking
Shut
at
up,
it.
Patrice. Get out of the way. I
He
slam
puts-
my hand down on the pad.
It lights
it
up
down.
and starts to go down. He puts his hand on it, and he's like, fuck, it's not doing anything.
Get your hand off of it. You're going to wreck it. Doesn't respond to French hands.
Chance there's something about you, Lucien Saunders, you are not telling me. He's kind of
There's many things I'm not telling you, Patrice.
He takes a little step away. Okay, he's eyeballing you. You guys go down the elevator. Get to the bottom. Open the little gate. And go out into the pit. Getting a closer look at the people in the pit, they are just as Lucian described. Mindless drones. Just staring blankly at the T-Rex, following it with their eyes. All of them.
Do they have-
all of
Maynard
them in
starts
unison.
doing the zombie shuffle.
The zombie shuffle, they are all just standing here. None of them are... We are not blending in at all.
I don't think we need to now, Maynard. There's no one around to see. I don't see any other serpent people around. Russ, you have good eyes, you and Maynard. Do you see any other serpent people?
Russ is like already moving towards
The opening.
like yeah.
Maynard's with him doing the zombie shuffle, just moving around behind the people, keeping it low key.
Yeah, Lucian's rushing.
Yeah, Patrice and Kasongo aren't shuffling. They're rushing as well.
Okay, Maynard follows suit after he sees them doing that. We're just rushing towards the door.
Yeah.
Okay. You come up to the front of the giant pyramid, and there is like a little bit of like an alcove, an overhang, a doorway, essentially, an arch. And
Is that where
up,
I came out, Dave? Sorry?
It is where you came out, yes.
Okay, sorry.
And you see another one of those, like, alien technology keypads. And you're all standing there.
Lucian walks up to it and puts his hand on it.
We make a roll here.
A roll. Oh no.
Come on.
The door opens.
God.
Inside, quickly, everyone.
There's a hallway leading forward to a spiral staircase that looks like it leads down, but you also see another staircase that leads up.
Saunders, which way?
On the
Which way
left
do we go?
side, you see a set of doors, identical doors on the right side. Saunders, you came from the spiral staircase coming from up, and then you just ran straight out the door. You know that human operating room is to your left, and you figure through those left-hand doors.
Right, because when I came down, I was coming down from an observation deck, right?
No, you came up, and then when you got to this ground floor, there is a window that you got to look through.
Right.
Russ is going to pull out the cool magic rod
Yeah,
weapon.
mine's out too.
Maynard is going to use the headband to have Rexy, now that he's moved to that new position, cause a whole bunch of ruckus again, rip down the fence, chuck a piece of fence down into the pit, roar like a T-Rex.
You feel that your signal with Rexy isn't getting through once you're in the pyramid.
Should I open the door? It's too dangerous.
We're in already, I think.
Yeah, just moving on. I try it, and then I take the headband off and I tuck it into the inside pocket of my jacket.
Okay, so I had already given everyone the layout of the place in my description. So I told them like where I came up, where I saw everyone. So I'm pointing through the doors and I'm saying that's where all the doctors and the scientists are, through there. If we go up the stairs, that'll bring us around to a hallway, a passageway that we can continue through to get back down to that reactor area, the engineering room, and then out. I hope.
The cure.
But we need the cure.
The cure.
For Kasongo.
Well then,
Yes.
let's move into
for
the.
Kasongo.
Let's get into the medical room.
Russ, if he knows the way, he's going to start moving that way.
It's to the doors immediately to the left is where...
He's through him.
Okay, you go in and open the doors and the stairs lead down. It's a bit of a sunken room. You're stopped in your tracks as the first thing you notice is wall-to-ceiling cages of human test subjects.
Whoa.
Some that have been operated on, some are comatose, some are just staring at you blankly, others looking at you terrified. Can I get a sanity check from you there, Russ?
Hold on. Are they like cut open? Are they like visibly bleeding?
No, they look like-
they're just standing there.
They're in cages lined in the walls like lab rats. And some you can see it looks like they have like stitches and scars, like they've been completely lobotomized. But they're not in the cages bleeding out. It looks like some are dead, for sure.
Oh God. Okay. Oh, bother. 66 over 53.
You lose 2 points of sanity.
Oh,
Lucian's
That's nothing.
right
that's a
behind
walk
him.
in the park.
Lucian's already seen this. Patrice comes through and gasps, "If I only had my photograph maker, the world would not believe what we are seeing." I'm sorry, what did you call it? A camera. Yes, of course, a camera.
Shut up, Patrice.
Can I get a listen check from Russ and Lucian who've went in? The room goes around to the right.
I failed.
Fail.
Okay.
I would have been following these guys pretty closely.
Oh,
You want me to
actually-
do it?
Yeah, I was just getting one from them first.
Your
I
listen
imagine-
was super
Oh,
good, Russ.
I have a keen hearing, so I get an extra
Yeah.
10. I still failed.
Ah,
Oh my god.
distracted by the horrors in the cages.
Yeah, totally.
Maynard and
He almost goes deaf. He can't really hear like his surroundings. He's just kind of got like tunnel vision.
Kisongo follows into the room along with Maynard, and Kisongo looks horrified as well. And he stops and he points around into the room to the right where you can't quite see, and he points to his ear and he points over there like he heard something. Maynard, you're the last one in the room. You don't need to make a listen check for me because you hear it very clear. The door that you guys came through opens.
Is there a door behind me that I can close, or are we in sight of that door at all?
You would be in sight of that door, and you see that serpent person step through the door, and then just basically like, "Ah!" and you and him are almost face to face.
Oh wow,
Are
we're right
the
there.
beam guns were quieter than a regular gun, right?
Yeah, I would say so. The loud, like a gun, especially back then, like a loud bang. This is more like a energy
Zap.
sound.
Okay, I'm gonna try to zap him.
Zap him.
Yeah. What do I? I'm not sure what the
It's your firearms rifle, so it's not going to be a great.
Okay, it's a 24 under 45
Oh,
then.
What's your dex?
Whoa.
Or wait,
nice.
sorry. 24 under 25. I have no skills in the rifle.
Nice shot though.
What's your dex?
60.
I believe he is going first.
Well, that sucks.
Yes. His is 90.
Whoa.
He runs straight and starts to go up the stairs. And you can blast him.
Okay, I blasted him. How much damage do I get to do?
Laser staff. 1d10 plus 5. Ooh, wait.
13 damage.
Oh,
Whoa.
snap, yo. How many hit points does this little bastard have? Oh, you smoke him and he just slams into the side of the stairs and slumps down, dead.
Fuck yeah.
Hell
Maynard.
yeah.
I'm just gonna pat myself on the back.
All right, what are you guys doing?
Splendid shot, Maynard.
Floating.
Russ is searching for anything that might look like scientific test tubes that would hold a cure. I don't know.
You come around to the right in that room. He says that he heard something over there. Are you being stealthy or are you just going through?
Is that the door?
In
Like,
the
open?
room. So something else. Kasongo thinks he hears someone in the room around to the
Oh,
right.
sorry. I thought he heard the door opening.
No, sorry. I probably made that unclear by when I was like, you don't need the roll for it. So I get the confusion.
Okay, I'm just gonna crouch towards where Kasongo like pointed below the line of the laboratory tables.
Okay, you start creeping through. Can I get a stealth roll? Yeah,
Yeah.
stealthy Russ is. He's pretty stealthy, yeah?
Not today. He's so shooken up in this room. He can't handle all of these human test subjects. It's like his worst fantasies come to reality.
You start to creep along the tables and you look up at one of the test subjects who is looking at you like it's trying to scream, but it has no voice. It's just like
Oh,
screaming like it's screaming at the top of its lungs.
Horrible.
You kind of take a step back and you knock a tray off a table and knock a couple things down. And you look over and you see 3 Serpent Men scientists in the middle of lobotomizing a human who is also strapped to a table trying to scream with no voice. And they look over at you.
Oh,
They're not armed.
God, that's so creepy.
So creepy.
I'm gonna shoot them.
Okay. Yeah, they don't have any combat. They're just kind of like, they start to take a step back. Kasongo comes running in once you make all the noise. I imagine Patrice as well.
I rip off a shot with this stupid rod and it smokes the wall behind the sign. It like splits right through them and hits the wall behind them.
Okay, they duck out of the way and start to scramble.
And I toss the rod down behind me and I pull out my
Old
trusty.
Faithful?
Yeah, my revolver.
Oh, Kasongo also misses. He goes running at one and tries to give him like off the operating table, like a jumping flying spear, and just misses and crashes down into the ground with a 98.
Ooh,
He slips on a tray.
Can I try taking a shot too?
Yes, you can for sure. You see Patrice.
Damn, bad roll.
Patrice raises his gun to shoot, and then when he sees you throw the rod down, he puts his gun down and comes up behind you and takes the rod. And you missed?
Yeah, I super missed. Not crit missed, but missed.
All right, so let's go to the old... who else have we got in there? Maynard's coming in the doorway. Any of them are ripped
Patrice.
first. Patrice was going to shoot, hesitated, stopped, and came over and collected the golden rod instead. Kasongo misses.
Okay.
Lucian, Maynard, they're pretty quick, so I'm going to get them to go a little bit after you if you're blasting the guy. Two of them go to run, and they're trying to like skirt around the outside of the room, and one of them goes and grabs Kasongo, and you see fangs retract out.
Whoa.
Oh, no, not retract. That'd be the wrong way, or does it count as both?
Flare out. Flare out.
They
Yeah.
tracked.
What's that? They tracked?
They tracked.
Yeah, okay. They tracked out. They flare out, and they goes to bite Kasongo. Oh, that's an 18.
God
Oh
damn it.
no, Kasongo.
Let me find old
We have anti-venom.
Yes, we do.
We do
Oh,
have
yeah.
anti-venom. That would be handy right now.
Lucian yells out, don't let them escape, but try to keep one of them alive.
Oh, Kasongo lets out a horrific scream and clutches at his neck where it bit him. And you see it rears back and blood and then some poison drip off the fangs. Kasongo just starts screaming. Maynard.
Maynard's running towards the room, trying to like help wherever he can. Is Kasongo the first one? Kasongo and this guy?
No, Kasongo's probably the furthest one from you. You come up, Russ and Lucian are there taking shots. Patrice is there. Kasongo ran ahead and tried to spear one of them, and now he's being eaten or bitten by a snake.
Okay. Maynard's gonna put down the beam rifle as well and pull out his revolver. I'm gonna be running down the hallway, and I think I'll stop just before I kind of turn around the corner into the next room and check my back to see if I caused enough noise that there's anyone coming down those stairs or anything
You don't see
like
anyone,
that.
no.
Okay. Do I have a clear shot at anyone from where I'm
Yep,
standing?
you can take a clear shot at either. There's two guys running and there's one guy grappling with Kasongo. I'd say you got a pretty fair shot at either of them.
38 under 49.
Who are you shooting?
Sorry, what were the options
The
again?
two guys running, which I do believe, and I'm just double checking right now, that I think you're going to get a penalty die on them because they are moving at, they're considered a fast target right now. So you'd get a penalty die if you're shooting at the two running, normal die if you shoot at the guy that's got Kasongo.
I'm not going to be able to stop both of them with one bullet, so I'm going to try to save Kasongo, and I'll shoot the guy close. Damage is 9 damage.
Oh, well, okay, you
Nice
blast
shot.
him and he falls down on the ground and just is laying there. They seem a little smaller and wimpier than the other guys you've been scrapping. These doctors, the serpent doctors.
The nerdy scientist.
Yeah, nerdy
versions
scientists
of
can't
serpent
quite take
people.
a slug to the chest like a warrior.
Nerd. Are they wearing glasses?
Definitely. Definitely. Little pocket pen protectors and everything.
Nice.
Okay, you blast one down. Let's go to Russ. Would you like to shoot one of the guys running? Block the door? Any plan?
Shit my pants.
Oh, roll for pants shitting. I believe you rolled for
scream.
pants shitting once before.
Yeah. Can't remember if I Failed to pass. I guess he's. Yeah, I'll just shoot at the guys that are running away.
Okay. You get a penalty die.
Okay. Oh, damn it. Fail.
Badly?
It's 79 over 50.
No, that's not bad enough for me to do something terrible to you. Okay,
Nice.
it misses.
I'm gonna go. Can I run up to the one that's fighting Kasongo right now?
It's dead. Maynard
It's dead.
just blew it
Oh, okay.
away.
Nice, Maynard.
It's the power. Patrice, he starts to run towards the door to kind of angle him off. Oh, no, you don't, Serpent. I've got you now. And he starts to like
Serpent.
get him and like tries to block the door so I can't get out. That would be then Kasongo or Lucian, whoever wants. Lucian, you can go first.
I think it's Lucian next. Lucian has, I think, missed every single time I've tried to use this rifle because my rifle skill is so low. He throws the goldenrod to the ground and starts to look around for anything that makes sense to him that could be a cure.
Nothing in here.
Nothing in here.
No, you start to go through cupboards. You just see like operating equipment. Nothing that seems to be any sort of cure. No anything. This seems to be definitely an operating room and.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. That's my turn.
Kasongo, he looks hurt. He looks hurt pretty bad, and he takes his spear and he kind of mans up and he starts to run towards the door and he goes to fire his spear at the one guy running. Oh, he hits him even with disadvantage.
Nice.
Damage die. There you are, dice. Oh, not very much. Doesn't stick in him, grazes aside. The serpent person winces and keeps going towards the door. Maynard.
Maynard's going to try and shoot that guy before he gets there.
Okay.
29 under 49.
With disadvantage?
With.
Yeah.
So I re-rolled a 10. So.
Correct. Yep.
Yeah, it's the same. I rolled a 15 that time, so it's 29 under 49.
Okay. Yeah, you shot him.
4 damage.
Okay, he's running towards you. He takes the spear and looks back, and then as he turns and faces you, you just blow him away. And he crashes down on the ground.
Maynard blows the smoke out of the barrel of his revolver.
Just like before.
There's still one running
There is
away.
one running away, and he's trying to get to the door, but it looks like Patrice has kind of got him cut off. So you guys have kind of are starting to get him cornered. We'll go to Russ.
Russ is going to walk up, kind of, I guess, jog up to them, pointing the gun at him, and ask him in English, because he doesn't know when to call, where's the goddamn cure?
It doesn't say anything to you. It mutters something that you can't understand.
I shoot him in the leg.
All right.
Do I still get a disadvantage?
Depends. He completely failed his dodge roll. No, you're straight up.
Do I get advantage because it's point blank?
Yes, you do.
Thank God, because I just rolled a 91. And I rolled a 90 this time.
Come
Oh,
on,
that's so
man.
much better.
So I'm trying to scare him. I'm not trying to actually shoot him. I'm just trying to shoot down at the ground at his feet.
Yeah,
you know?
okay. He's trying to get out of the way, and he's scrambling, trying to get to the door. I guess we'll go to Patrice. What will Patrice do? He doesn't really want to kill the guy. He goes...
Because he wants to research him?
Yeah, he wants to keep this guy. He wants to show him to the world. He's all over that kind of shit. He takes a step back and just basically blocks the door. Like he's a fucking goalkeeper, just with his hands up. Come on, Serpent. I've got you now. You know, does kind of stuff like that. Lucian, you're up.
I'm gonna look over at Kasongo. How wounded is he?
He looks pale, and he looks like he's hurt pretty bad.
I'm gonna assume that I have the anti-venom in a bag, just being the doctor, and I'm gonna run over and
I remember giving it to you.
I'm gonna run over and try and administer it to him.
Okay. Yeah, okay. You start to administer the...
Yeah, so I run over and I'm sure that like Kasongo's in battle, right? But I'm like, come here, down. Just stop for a second. I have to get this in you or the poison will take effect.
Oh, yeah, no, he's cooperating. He's trying to get his spear back, basically, from near the one that Maynard just blew its face off. So he's going and picking up his spear, and then you come over and... How would you administer anti-venom in the 30s? Would it be a syringe?
No, I
Like an EpiPen, you just stab him in the leg with it.
think you drink it.
Pulp Fiction style, just a syringe. right
Yeah,
to
you
the
got to
heart.
get him right in the heart. Okay, you administer it to him anyways, and he's looking better. He's still got blood gushing from his neck where the two fang holes are. Nothing good about it.
No, so it has to be injected. So yeah, I'm like pulling out a syringe and
Yeah, you can find everything you need to there as you're going through the...
I've got everything in
Yeah, I
there.
imagine it's already ready to
'Cause
rock.
we
anyways.
went out and rescued a whole bunch of medical supplies, I think, in the jungle.
Yeah,
didn't
so
we?
no. Okay, so you're
I'm
administering it to him,
supplied
and
that way.
you see the color start to come back to his face a little bit, and he's not quite breathing as deep. So that'd be Kasongo's with you. Maynard.
Maynard's going to try to shout across the room at the snake person that Russ and Patrice have cornered. And I'm going to attempt to yell, "Give us the cure or it's your life," in Nicole.
All right, making the call roll.
This
Gotta
is
be
gonna
good.
be great.
The 46 over 14.
Oh,
You yell at him, I need the recipe for cake batter. You have no idea. You just yell something random at him, and he doesn't seem to respond.
I understood that. I actually rolled under my Nicole roll. So I understood
okay,
that
so
he
yeah,
asked-
Maynard's yelling gibberish
No,
at him.
Maynard, you asked him for cake batter.
How many eggs?
Cake batter. What's the word for cure?
I don't know. Let me check. Oh, 64 over 20.
I have no idea.
I think it's
You guys have kind of got the snake person cornered. We can come out of initiative a little bit. It's not really trying to do anything. It seems standoffish. It obviously doesn't want you near him. And as you can take a couple of steps, its fangs cracked out, flare out. Like it's not going to give up. If you come near it and try to grab it, it's going to bite you in the face. But it doesn't seem to be coming towards you either. You know what I mean? Bit of a standoff.
mm-hmm.
Are there any other exits out of this room?
Just the one you came in.
Russ would like to shoot it.
Yeah, Maynard almost just shot it a second ago
Okay.
when the fangs came out.
All right.
Do I get
Oh, yeah.
advantage? Oh, that is a 12 under 50.
Boom! Its head
That'll do
snaps back, and it slumps against the wall and just slides down. The pasty there. Do we need to keep these things alive?
Take a sample, and I go to I guess check out through the door to the next room to see if we can find any other room that might look like it would have a cure.
Yeah, Lucian's already headed in that direction, looking for any kind of medical.
You
storage
hear
room or
you
something.
hear footsteps upstairs.
Maynard, do we have time? Should we just try to get out of here? We're running out of time.
Do we hear running footsteps?
No, not necessarily running, but moving.
Do either of you have another pistol? I can't shoot that damn beam gun.
Yes. Here. And I pass him a 32 automatic that has 1d8 damage.
Bless you, Russ. Excellent. At least I can
Patrice has picked up the other rod you put down. He now has 3 rods strapped to his back.
We'll have to take those from him before we get
Over
back
my
to
dead
New York.
body.
He didn't hear that.
You did not hear that either, then?
That was Russ's inner monologue.
It is in a monologue.
Yeah.
He's
it
not going to
was.
leave with those.
Yeah. He won't.
I think
There's
those
stairs going up,
Russ.
stairs going down towards where the portal and the basically like the reactor room is, and then there's a door on the far side you haven't been through yet.
And that's where we gotta go.
Yeah, we got to go through the door on the far side.
You go through the.
We need the.
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say we need the cure, or the portal. What? There's no turning back. I think we gotta keep exploring this floor.
You go across.
How does Kasango feel?
He
right
feels
now?
better. He's all right. He's he looks hurt, but the poison that was coursing through his veins is now subsided, and he's looking much better.
I'm gonna talk to Kasango. Kasango, we may be running out of time. We don't have much more time to look for the cure,
I'm not leaving without the cure.
but we will have to do our best. What? I couldn't hear you.
I'm not leaving without the cure.
I know, but I might. I'm sorry.
He doesn't say anything. He looks.
I'm
he looks
very
at you
sorry.
Angry.
No, Kasango, no. Don't.
First you
No.
eat my paste, and then you do this.
I thought it was delicious. I swear.
He looks at you and goes, "If I can tell you something, I've also eaten the paste, and it is delicious." You guys have lock eyes.
I perk back up, and then I'm like, he's giving me more motivation to go look for the cure now. Let's go.
We are paste.
Lucian charges across the room and opens the door to the other.
You open the door to the other room, and it's large
Gun out.
glass tubes running from floor to ceiling around the edges of this room, all containing a green mist in which there are swarms of mutated flies.
No.
That's like the opposite of the cure,
And
right?
But you would need. Maybe this is what you create the cure from.
Is there anything else in the room? There must be like cabinets.
There is cabinets. You find a lot of mundane medical equipment again, but you do find files. And it basically goes through talking about the results of human testing and using these flies and test subjects and basically the experiments that they've been doing on these people to try to mutate this disease in order to wipe out humanity. You
Are
find
the files written in Nakal?
they're in Nepal and a little bit of English.
Russ is going to start jamming stuff into his bag.
Patrice starts doing the same thing. This is unbelievable, and starts like folding up papers and putting them in his bag as well.
Fucking Patrice.
Don't you worry about Patrice.
Like, Russ isn't a scientist. He's just grabbing stuff. So, like, he has no idea if any of this stuff is actually helpful.
Lucian's picking
for
up
Cassandra.
vials and shaking them and trying to identify what the best one is. Meanwhile, Russ is just like dumping everything.
The world needs to see this. Patrice is just putting papers in his bag.
What can I roll to try and identify what the stuff we need is? The actual.
There's
cure?
nothing in this room you feel has anything to do with the cure. This is the only other door on
Let's
this floor. Kassan goes out in the hallway looking up to the top, like the stairs that go up, kind of keeping guard.
I was up the stairs before and
You weren't upstairs before.
was because I came down.
No, you came from a basement. We'll say this
I came
until
up
I'm blue in
from
the
the
face.
basement. Okay, I know. I was in the basement. I came up the basement, and I was at some point looking down into the laboratory, right? Because I was on like an overhead.
Yeah, well, no, you were looking through an observation window that is looking down. When you went into the
Yeah.
laboratory room this time, it is stairs leading down, so it's a bit of a sunken room.
Oh, so that's
So that's
Oh,
why
so we haven't-
I think that's what's confusing. Yeah, so you
that's
can
confusing.
you can go down into the basement where you came from, or there is up still where you've never been.
And when I was downstairs, did I see any like scientific laboratories, or was it mostly engineering?
It was all. It seemed to be like, yeah, like the power station and the
Yeah.
portal.
But we also hear voices or noises coming from upstairs.
From upstairs.
Go up.
Kasongo
gentlemen.
looks at Maynard and nods. He's ready to lead the charge and start going up.
I'm with him.
All right, he
Let's
starts blasting up the stairs.
For Kasongo!
For Kasongo! He yells the same thing.
Awesome.
I like it.
Russ just goes, and he goes up after him.
Lucian's enthusiastic.
All right, you get to the top of the staircase. And you see 3 doors, and you don't hear any more movement.
Kasongo, do you hear anything?
He shakes his head. He goes over to the first door and leans up against it and puts his ear to it. Shakes his head.
Is it 3 doors along one long hallway, all on the right side or something, or are they opposite?
Sorry, yeah, I should explain it. You come up the spiral staircase to a round landing, and there's 3 doors equally spaced in the walls.
Oh.
He goes to the first one
He
and
goes to
doesn't.
the one on the right?
He goes to the one on the left and shakes his head that he doesn't hear anything.
Open it, Kasongo. Quickly.
He opens it.
Maynard's ready to shoot through the open door.
Lucian, too.
It's a smaller room, as the pyramid obviously tapers, so the top level is a bit smaller. What looks like a storage room. You see glass storage cabinets lining all the walls. Clear glass, and you look in and it sees like almost refrigerated, and you see hundreds of vials labeled in test tubes.
This is the place. Found it! Lucian starts to check all the labels and...
You don't find anything that has to do with a cure. What you find in here is the DNA of various dinosaurs, animals, plant life long since extinct, but it seems like it's being preserved by the Serpent people. On the far side of the room when you come in is a huge glass tank of oxygenated liquid. Inside, you see a baby Tyrannosaurus Rex suspended by cables. It looks like they grow the T-Rexes in test tubes here, in giant vials. Or not vials, sorry, giant tubes.
Maynard pulls a can of Barbasol out of his bag and unscrews the bottom of it, revealing it to be a super advanced technological device, and starts taking little vials of the DNA and putting it in the cooled Barbasol.
We must... Patrice is very... Kasongo doesn't care. He's like, no cure? Next room. But Patrice is like, this is the world.
Yeah, Russ is with Kasongo.
The world must see.
Lucian is too.
Kasongo, listen first. What do you hear?
Patrice stays in that room, and you see he's just stuffing test tubes in his bags, in his satchels, in his pockets, anywhere he can. He goes over to the next door, Kasongo, and he goes and listens, and he nods. And he puts his finger to his lips, and he thinks that there's people in this room.
Is Maynard there
joins
yet?
the party.
I would say all of you are there. The only one who's not there is Patrice. He's still in the vial DNA room.
Let's kick
hasn't come
the
out.
door open
Okay.
and blast him.
Perfect. It's better, actually.
Okay, who's kicking the door open?
Russ is going to kick it open, but then he's going to like peel off to the side.
Okay.
You know, like he kicks it open so that you guys are ready to shoot, but then he like kind of like peels off to the side as soon as it's open.
Who's ready to shoot? Who's standing there when the doorway gets kicked open? If someone was looking out the door ready to blast them with a laser rod, who would be standing there?
Lucian
Maynard would be.
there.
He's also ready to blast back.
All right, let's go for an old-fashioned blast-off.
All right.
All right, you both want to
I
just
hope we
roll
win.
simultaneously, you and old Serpent? All right, let's do it.
Blast off.
Old-fashioned blast-off.
Oh,
21.
My God.
27 under 49.
Whoa.
21 under 50.
I'm going to burn 7 luck to make it a 20.
Ooh.
I critted a 7 under 44.
You're rod blasting
Finally
as
a
well?
good roll. No, I'm pistol blasting.
Pistol blasting.
Handgun that Russ.
Okay.
So I had a hard success that also beat his number.
You guys are just shooting each other. This isn't a roll-off. It's like you roll to hit him, and he rolls to hit you. And it looks like you both hit each other.
I was just saying.
How
you
many
know,
how many
just in case.
how many guys are shooting at us?
There's just one standing there that you see. And so it sounds like
who's he shooting?
he's just shot Maynard for 13 damage.
Oh,
I
no.
mean-
That's a lot.
Sorry, Maynard.
What did you hit him for, Maynard?
6.
And you're Lucian with the bullets? Do you have 13 hit points, Maynard?
Not anymore.
I did 6 points of damage.
Okay, he blasts you and he gets blasted, and then he takes the shot from the gunshot wound and he just spins and lands on the ground dead.
Oh.
Maynard, no!
Wait, Maynard's still standing, right?
Maynard's still standing.
Oh, thank God.
Hurts a little.
You see another blast doesn't come out the doorway, like they anticipate you running in the room. There's another blast from the left side going left to right. So there's at least one more guy in that room.
We back out. I back out. Like back away around the corner where Russ is hiding.
Yeah, I do the same.
Russ's turn.
Yeah, Russ's turn.
He's gonna peek around the corner and take a shot. He's like using like the door to prop the gun up against.
Okay, roll, straight roll. It's not trying to dodge. It looks like it's getting ready. It wants to shoot you.
I got an extreme success.
Ooh.
Yes!
Oh, so it's toasted. You don't even have to roll, really, but you can roll to see how toasted.
Well, it's max damage plus.
Yeah, so it's already dead.
Oh,
but-
yeah. Mine would have been more.
And I got a 9.
Oh, dude.
plus 2, so 11.
All right, you peek around the corner and it looks at you and goes to raise its rod, and you just like right between the eyes, it just snaps back and
bullet time.
Yeah.
Follow the bullet as it's going through the room, right into its head and out the back.
and it's just a hole, and then blood slowly comes down as it drops to its knees and goes face down on the ground. You don't see anyone else in there. You see various tables around the room, boxes of files. You see a map on the far wall. Let me see. It's a map of the world, and it's got markings all over it. You see there's an incredible amount of information in here.
Is it just pinned up with like thumbtacks or?
I'm assuming. Let me just double check my notes here.
I just pictured the serpent person ordering like thumbtacks from
I
like
know it's hilarious. There is
Staples
there is
or
pin
something.
boards. It's hilarious. Yeah, there's lots
Yeah,
of
they would use pins. Yeah.
yeah. There's notes and documents pinned to the board. You see, there is an incredible amount of information in here. The room goes around to the right, and it looks like a storeroom. And you find the cure in there.
Oh.
Yes!
Russ rips the map off the
Oh,
wall.
hold
He
on.
grabs some documents.
I need to go into a little bit more detail of what you see.
Oh no.
The map of the world dominates the far wall. You see various sites that are marked. Each appear to be a mass population center, and rings have been drawn radiating out from these centers as if to mark like a blast radius.
Oh, no.
There's notes and files all pinned up. A lot of the notes go into, again, what the disease does. It seems to destroy higher brain function. Talks about the neural agent and how they've administered it so you don't need to make a second dose. All the same stuff that you saw before. They've perfected the disease. They've managed to further mutate it. All of the information suggests what you've already kind of come to the conclusion, that they want to spread this around the world and enslave humanity. You figure looking at those mass population centers and the blast radius as if they like, if we infected here and this is how far the spread could go before, it's just all that kind of stuff. They're trying to make the perfect equation on how to enslave humanity the quickest. On one of the walls, you see another map, but it's more centered in on the South Atlantic. It has the landmass the size of a small continent drawn on it on the eastern coast of South America. Brazil is the nearest point to the shore, and the landmass is labeled MU. There are lines drawn from the location labeled MU. There are lines drawn from a location on MU, on the continent that they've labeled MU. There's another marker on there that's called the Citadel. And you see lines have been drawn from the Citadel out to the most populated areas on the planet. You see documents and notes on the wall describing transport spheres that seem to be able to just fly through the air at incredible speeds. something that it also suggests they talked about using it to spread the disease. You find detailed notes on how to create the cure. You find vials of the cure. You also find on Caduceus' letterhead a letter from Dr. Victor Goncalves, Caduceus' chief researcher. It's dated April 30th, which would be just a little over a month ago, maybe a month and a half ago. Update on the activities of the Inner Night. Our informants within the Inner Night have recently provided the last pieces of information I needed to piece together the scope of their current activities. I regret to inform you that the situation is even worse than we had believed. It mentions a name, Tassational. You've never heard it before. Tassational appears to be mirroring our efforts to reach Mew. She may also be monitoring our activities, ready to take the gate for herself once we have made it safe. At a minimum, I recommend that we proceed with extreme countermeasure we discussed deploying around the Ilha del Quadmata Grande. This should at least stop any unauthorized vessels from approaching the island. Once on Mew, it appears that the Inner Night plan to return the island back to our plane of existence and activate the volcanic network that your ancestors constructed in the Citadel, which researchers have referred to as the Doomsday device. If the Inner Night were to succeed, our current estimate is that the surface of the Earth would become uninhabitable for hundreds and hundreds of years. This would not only affect my race, but yours as well. The Inner Night appears to have access to subterranean facilities that would allow them to survive while the rest of us perish. Under no circumstances must we allow Sashanal or any other members of the Inner Night to reach the Citadel. If they have any unknown means to do so before we can make our own way to Mew, not only are our own plans imperiled, so is our very existence. Dr. Goncalves. You also find other notes. This is another one on Caduceus' letterhead from Dr. Victor Goncalves. Research on the facilities available at the Citadel. The Citadel is marked on the continent of Mu. Before I present my report, let me apologize for the paucity of the detail. It has been unexpectedly difficult to find written records about the Citadel. Much of the information we are able to collate comes from Tyranesh, that's the dreamer, the mummy. And I fear that her heretical beliefs and hostility to our organization make her an untrustworthy source. Assuming the Citadel has survived the past 10,000 years, we may be able to expect the following. The amount of energy available to the Citadel and its systems is essentially unlimited. Ancient writings refer to your ancestors harnessing the power of a god. Given the location of Yadith Go and Tyranish's hostile reaction when pressed for details, we can assume that the god in question is Katanatho. That's the god that Tyranish worships. The proximity to Katanatho, fucking words, man, present potential danger. Multiple sources give dire warnings about the curse placed upon those who look upon the god. The recent incident at the Meadham estate will indicate that this is not merely superstition. Tyranish confirms that there are large-scale manufacturing facilities available at the Citadel. It appears that we will be able to create any biological agents you require. There are also facilities for the assembly of biomechanical entities, and Tyranish believes that they would allow the mass creation of insects. There are mechanisms in place for the manufacture and control of transport spheres. We believe that they may be connected to the operation of the so-called Doomsday device. There are automated defense systems protecting the Citadel, although these may no longer be active. Tyranish last saw the Citadel long before the final fate of Mu and is unable to confirm the reports of the newer, stronger defenses. At the risk of being too forthright, may I please request that you share the rest of your plans for the use of these facilities with me. I can offer much more informed advice if I know what resources you may require. Signed, Dr. Goncalves. So these letters seem to be from Goncalves to Joshua Meadham. They've mentioned not only
and they're here.
And not only will it destroy our race, but yours also.
So Meadham is a serpent person, and his daughter, who is against him, is against all of these evil plans. So Rose might actually be an ally.
Oh, definitely.
Around the corner, where it looks like there's an armory, you see a row of 4 more of those laser staffs. You see serums For domination, you figure that this is what they've been giving to the mindless people walking out front, alongside samples of the cure. Kisongo starts gathering as much of the cure as he possibly can. And he looks at you all and he's like, I cannot thank you for what you've done and for getting me here. This is what I need to save my people, to save my family. What should we do with this lab, this pyramid? Is there any way we can destroy it?
Can we sabotage engineering and make it explode?
It's the only possible way it could happen. We'll have to make our way downstairs. We have to collect as much of this information as we can. We have to move quickly.
We also have to get Kasongo out of here with the cure and then get back to the portal.
Kisongo's like, I'm ready to leave now. Your friend...
But you can't operate the elevator.
I will climb my way out of here. Nothing. Unless you want to come help me with the elevator, that's fine. You don't need to worry about me. I can get this.
All right.
You could give Kisongo the headband to control Rexy.
Good idea. I give him it.
You sure do not want to give the headband to me?
I give it to Kasongo. I don't even acknowledge Patrice.
Well, he doesn't like that. Okay, you give it to Kisongo. He thanks you all and tells you he'll never forget you. Good luck going through the portal. I hope to hear an explosion soon that this lab is wiped off the face of the earth. And he turns and
we'll take care
leaves.
of it. I give him a predator handshake before he goes.
I was going to say, no predator handshake before he goes.
He's definitely a predator handshake. He gives one even to Patrice. He's very thankful.
I don't
for
even want
all
to give
of
him
you.
one now.
He gives it to you
They
first.
bonded.
Patrice is last. He leaves with everything, and it leaves the four of you standing there, and Patrice says to you, like, well, what are we waiting for? Let's blow this place up and go through the portal.
Let's go.
Let's go.
You gather all the information that you guys can carry, and you go down the stairs, and you don't encounter anyone else, and you come to where Lucien came in. You see the room with all of the nuclear rods moving up and down. You see the gate. You figure you can go in and get everything ready to detonate and then go through the gate. And he...
Do we just like overload the systems, crank all the levers up to 11 and watch the temperature gauges start to rise?
It's exactly what happens.
Okay.
Everything starts to smoke. And Patrice goes back in and let's go. What are we waiting for? Activate the gate.
Oh,
We've got
wait, I'm not
all the
entirely
cures
certain
and
how
the
to
laser
operate
rods.
Well, you're the
just
one with the
walk through
magic
it.
touch.
Now, I remember watching when I came in the first time, two of the engineers left out there.
One
I
did,
remember
yeah.
seeing, one did. Did I see how he operated the door?
I didn't really get a close enough view, but
Yeah, I know.
let's give it a shot, man.
Hey, I can go up and try to operate the portal.
The gate opens up, and immediately Patrice, do not waste. No time to waste. This place is going to blow. And he goes through the gate.
Ballsy little bastard.
Damn it! After him! Don't let him get away with all of that stuff. Who knows what he'll do with it?
Maynard hears that and runs straight through the portal second.
You go through the gate. Everything, the blinding light and the same feelings of going through the gate before. Everyone loses one sanity. And you appear and almost trip over Patrice's dead body as blood is pooling out from him. And you look up in that hallway and you see Dr. Goncalves standing there, and you see two armed guards with rifles. Now, gentlemen, I think we need to have a talk. And we'll see you next time.
Us.
Oh, shit. Home sweet home.
Oh,
Lucien has the biggest smile on
I'm
his face.
so glad
looking at
Patrice is dead.
Patrice bleeding out on the floor in front of him.
Thank you for listening to another episode from Actual Play Entertainment. Please rate us, review us, and subscribe. If you liked what you just heard, give us 5 stars and tell your friends. If you didn't like it, then tell your enemies. You'll show them. And for more information and content, visit actualplayentertainment.com.
Hey, I'm role playing here.